I played with a lot of celebrities, and most of them are really good. And it's for the example that you just said. They get an off season.
Yeah.
And what do they do there in the off season? They just play golf every day, all day.
Yeah.
Like Reggie was like, yeah, I drop my kid off at school and I go play golf. I go, every day? He goes, every day. And I go, wow, maybe I should do that. But then I'm like, well, I can't because I gotta make sure I work out. I gotta train. I gotta watch matches. Like I still do that to this day.
Right.
I don't know if you still do that.
No, I didn't do it when I was active.
Really?
Oh.
No, I worked out and all that, but I didn't. It's funny, but people ask me that a lot. Like once I got here, like the only things that I watched, and I watched it usually live, was what was going on within WWE. Like I wanted to know, like I watched my own stuff back because I'm obviously my harshest critic, and I always had to do that alone. But like I always cognizant, like all right, one, who's on top, what are they doing, and I kept up that way. But to go back and look like, go back to the old NWA stuff back in the, or the Crockett stuff and the 80s. No, I just never did.
I watch, I try to watch as much as I possibly can just to see, like, it's different than it was 5 years ago, and 10 years ago, and then 20 years. You look at it when I first came in to where it is now, it's so different. It's a different pace. The style, I feel like, is still the same. You could still do the same style, but it's different. And I enjoy the critiquing myself. It's funny that you used to watch your matches alone. A lot of people don't even like watching their matches. I'll ask them, like, did you watch your match? No, I don't watch my matches. I'm like, how are you going to learn if you're not watching your matches? Like, I watch everything and nitpick.
Yes.
To this day, I'm 23 years in. I will still look at my footing and go, you're taking extra steps there.
Right.
You could have done this better. Oh, you didn't have to take that bump. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know?
But I feel like that's why you're still on
same way?
top. Like I feel like that's why you're so good and have been here so long, and
Oh, thanks.
because you care, because that passion's there to keep learning.
Yeah, I can't watch, like, they always, back in the day, they had it on at catering, right? The day after PLE, everybody sit there and ooh and ah and whatever. I don't want people sitting there, oh man, that was awesome, that was great. I don't want to hear that. Like I want to be sitting there watching with no noise and then exact same thing. Like, man, one more punch right there. Oh, if I had taken a bump there, if I'd have went out, that's how you.
I
That's
could
how
have
you
gotten
get
the
better.
crowd better.
Yes, exactly.
And then you're listening now.
Yeah.
Like even now, like I always listen to a crowd and hear a crowd. And Cena, whenever I'd be in the ring with him, he'd be like, dude, you got to listen. And I'm like, I'm listening. I hear him. I am listening. But it's like there's a difference of listening and really understanding what they want from you and what you need to do to get there. And now I can sit there and be like, I'll be in the ring and I'll be like, I'll even think about it in the ring. I'll go, like, I wonder if I would have done that, if that would have got him even better.
Yeah.
I could have waited a little longer there.
Oh, yeah.
But timing. We only have a minute left. I gotta go.
Yeah. Do you find it amazing, like from when you started to what your thought process was in a match to where you have the ability now? You're in the same match, the same pace and everything else, but now you're so comfortable and you've mastered your craft to such an extent that you can sit there and process in the moment.
Yeah.
You remember, like, when you first started?
I was like, oh my God. Do you remember our first match?
I was thinking about that. I remember backstage you going, don't forget I'm left-handed.
Yeah.
Threw me off. I can't, I bet 2 or 3 in my career left-handed people. I always remember that was like, don't forget I'm left-handed. The punches come in from a different angle and everything.
I'll never forget, we had a TV match we called nothing. 0.
Yeah.
And this was a timed match where someone had to, like, we had to hit a time.
Right.
Like, it's one of those matches where it's like you had to beat a certain amount of time in order to pin me.
Right.
And
To
something like that,
advance on.
to advance on. And so I remember I was like, oh my God. And you're like, I remember you asked me, do you do drop kick? And I go, yeah, I can drop kick. In my head, I'm going, I haven't drop kicked in probably 3 years. But, yep, yes, sir. Because what do we say? What do we say, right?
Yeah.
Whenever someone says, do you know how to do something? Yep,
I
no
can do it.
problem, 100%. Let's go get them.
Yeah.
You know? So you're like, do you do a drop kick? Yes, sir, I do. And I'll never forget, you called everything. And when I mean everything, he's covering me. Kick out. No kidding, kick out. I've never had anyone, like, even like people that call everything, he'd be like, kick.
Somebody might forget. Somebody might forget.
We can talk about this now, by the way, which is pretty cool because there's Unreal on Netflix, which gives the whole thing up. So I imagine this is probably rubbing you the wrong way of us talking like this.
I'm in therapy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I understand.
I kind of like it.
I figured you would.
The reason do you want to know the reason I like it though? Is people now understand how hard it is to do what we do and what we are actually doing inside a ring. Right. I understand the whole lure of it, but I feel like the lure of the number one question I got on The Real World was, is it real or fake?
Right.
Number one question I get in WWE, is it real or fake?
Right.
And the fact is, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It's entertainment.
It is entertainment.
And if you're going to watch it, you're going to watch it because you're entertained and it's fun and it's entertaining and the storylines and the larger than life characters. And nowadays, I don't think people care as much as they used to.
Yeah, I don't really think. I got in this discussion recently with people. I don't think even back in the I don't think people like genuinely thought like, all right, this is all. It's all a shoot, right?
I think thought you were dead.
People genuinely.
I kind of thought you were a dead guy.
When you came out,
yes,
I was scared.
Well, no, I mean I get that.
As a child, I was scared. Yes, so I believed.
Well, I know, but but as a child,
sure.
But I'm talking about again, our demographic now is, it's a very wide demographic. I don't think anyone didn't understand what wrestling is unless you are a child or.
I don't know. The whole McCool family thought like.
Well, they still think.
Okay.
I mean, they watched you work, right? I mean,
but I legitimately thought the McMahon family. Well, and then they might be, but like cuckoo. I thought they were cuckoo from watching them on TV. Like I believed everything that they were doing was actually who they were, and.
But also the 18 to 34-year-old men that are so-called like in the know. Mm-hmm. What's the number one question you guys get asked?
Exactly. Is it real or is it fake?
Hey, when that guy did this or when they did this, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was always like when I approached a match, like and I get all the entertainment value, but my goal when I put a match together or have one moment, have a moment within the match where all of that gets thrown out. Like I wanted one moment where. That was real.
That was,
and then you got them hooked. If you have somebody that believes that, it's like, I don't care what you say. Taker just smashed him. That's legit. Now what? Mm-hmm. That's my only problem. Like, is everyone understands what we do? I am notoriously old school, but it's not like I don't care for it in the sense like, oh man, we gave up the business. Come on. Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody knows where that is. But there is. I don't want to know, personally, I don't want to know how the magician cuts the girl in half.
Yeah.
Right? I want to think about
the magician, I've heard this analogy of we're like magicians out there, but like the magician, there's a lot that goes on into it, but with us, I feel like it's so much more. Like WWE has prepared me for everything. Right. I'm talking like going on podcasts, hosting, acting, improv, anything like that. Anything that comes my way, WWE has prepared me for that because of what we do inside the ring, and people don't understand that.
Yeah.
People look at it as like, I could do that. It's like,
no, you couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. All of us literally go, it's a lot tougher than what you think, and it's as simple as run the ropes.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me how you do. If you want to come back tomorrow after running the ropes, I remember Tough Enough when we did Tough Enough. You guys did Diva Search. Mm-hmm. Your first day I remember a guy quit because we ran the ropes and took like 300 bumps. We took 300 bumps. Guy quit, and this guy was like an Army Ranger.
Yeah,
like it's just like so different.
The toughest of the tough, and all of us were looking at each other, just drained. And the goal of back then, you were there, Deep South Wrestling. What was the goal? The goal was to get people to quit.
Destroy us.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And
that's always been the mantra.
If you really wanted it, you would make it. And by the way, we're going to put you through so much stuff down here that when you get up there, you're prepared for everything.
That makes zero sense. Did y'all like carry the logs in the parking lot
Oh
and have
my
to go around
God.
the whole mall, like a huge log on our shoulders and just go
We'd have to
around
push
the
the
mall?
truck
Push
around.
the truck around the thing.
Push a truck around like
Did y'all have to stand on the top turnbuckle? What?
Yes, do squats.
Had to do squats on the
while
turnbuckle while people were hitting the ropes.
crisscrossing, while doing crisscrosses
like-
in the ring.
And in my head, I'm going, I don't understand why, just why, and also saying like, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to get knocked down. I know what you're trying to do.
And you didn't want to sit on the bleachers with all the sick
got
kids. Everyone was always sick.
Oh,
Everyone had a. I gotta go sit on the. on the bleachers.
Yeah.
I prided myself.
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
didn't.
I will never
Same.
sit on those freaking bleachers
no matter
over there.
what we're doing. And we would roll until, oh my gosh, and gosh forbid somebody come in with a hangover. We were rolling 500 times until
Bumps,
somebody
and then remember the
puked.
20-minute. We would have to. He'd come in, give a guy 5 head tosses, 5 arm drags, 5, and they would blow up drill, and then Bill would get in and lay on you.
Just lay on top of you. And then
Like, oh my god.
were you there when Kali came in? Because once Bill would lay on you, then he'd bring Kali to lay on you too. Mm-hmm. After you're completely blown up.
Kali?
Just because.